and they blowing out motherfucking mind because you looking like you a man of God, T.D. Jakes. Have you ever been swallowed? I'm like, yes, I've been swallowed. Have you? And who swallowed you, Medea?
I would have been, I would have been, I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallow?
And they blowing out mother mind cause you looking like you a man of God, TJ. Have you ever been swallowed? I'm like, yes, I've been swallowed. Have you followed you? I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing? Have you been keeping up with the latest whirlwind of drama in the entertainment world? Monique, the queen of comedy and bold truths, is taking her whistleblowing crusade to unprecedented heights. If you thought her recent revelations about Tyler Perry and Diddy were jaw-dropping, brace yourself for what's coming next. It all started when Monique shook Hollywood to its core by calling out Tyler Perry, lifting the lid on some well-guarded secrets. Just as the dust began to settle, she fired another round, this time at Diddy, with accusations that had everyone talking and social media buzzing. But Monique isn't stopping there now. Her sights are set on a figure even more unexpected, the renowned Bishop T.D. Jakes. Yes, you heard that right. In her latest bombshell, Monique claims to have footage of T.D. Jake involved in some deeply disturbing activities alongside none other than Diddy. The footage, according to Monique, shows acts that are as shocking as they are hard to believe, involving the alleged sacrifice of young boys. This isn't just another celebrity feud. It's a claim that could shake faith communities and entertainment circles alike. T.D. Jake, known for his inspirational sermons and leadership in the church, is now in the eye of a storm of controversy. The gravity of Monique's accusations has left fans and followers reeling, demanding answers and searching for the truth amidst the chaos. So what's really going on? Is there substance to Monique's claims, or is this another twist in her battle against the big names in Hollywood? One thing's for sure, Monique is fearless and unapologetic in her mission to expose what she sees as the dark underbelly of the industry now. If you thought the whole saga with Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, and Tyler Perry was intense, brace yourselves, because things are about to get even juicier this time. Monique has set her sights on none other than the man of God himself, T.D. Jakes. So here's the scoop. Rumor has it that there's a pretty scandalous video of T.D. Jakes that has piqued Monique's interest, and when Monique has something to say, you know she doesn't hold back. She's ready to spill all the tea and let the world in on what's going down. But wait, what exactly is in this video? What could be so shocking that it has Monique ready to unleash another storm of revelations? Let's take a moment to dive into the details and see what all the fuss is about. Grab your popcorn, because this is going to be one wild ride. Comedian Monique recently set her comedic sights on prominent preacher Bishop T.D. Jakes and Hollywood heavyweight Tyler Perry, making headlines with her bold commentary during a lively stand-up show in Louisville on April 12th. She referenced a sermon by Jake from December where he metaphorically encouraged his congregation to come out of the closet. Monique, known for her no-holds-barred style, didn't hold back in her interpretation of Jake's words. She quipped, "How this and talking about sucking on the pulpit. I'm like, yes, I swallowed. Have you?" Her remark was a provocative twist on the preacher's metaphor, pushing boundaries in typical Monique fashion. But she didn't stop there. Shifting her focus to Tyler Perry, Monique took a playful jab at the renowned filmmaker and actor, specifically targeting his famous character Medea. Known for her sharp wit, she mimicked Meda's mannerisms, adding another layer of humor to her routine. This isn't the first time Monique has been outspoken about figures in Hollywood and the entertainment industry. She has previously called out what she sees as hypocrisy and unfair treatment within the industry, and her latest set seems to continue that trend. Her critiques, though controversial, are delivered with a comedic flair that has defined her career. Audiences in Louisville were treated to a can of laughter mixed with biting social commentary as Monique once again proof that she's unafraid to speak her mind, no matter how provocative her opinions. Maybe fans had mixed reactions to Monique's performance. Some applauded her return to raw, unapologetic comedy, with one saying, "I love that we're getting back to what comedy used to be." They appreciated her fearless approach and willingness to tackle controversial topics head-on, reminiscent of the classic stand-up comedy that pushed boundaries. However, not everyone was on board with her brash style. Critics argued that her comments were disrespectful and accused her of misinterpreting Bishop T.D. Jake's sermon, which they pointed out was about spiritual struggles rather than anything lewd. They felt her interpretation was not only off the mark, but also unfairly provocative. Monique's routine also sparked a broader debate on whether pastors should be considered off limits in comedy. Some defended her right to include them in her jokes, stating that pastors are human and can be subject to humor like anyone else. They argued that comedy should have no sacred codes, and that poking fun at public figures, including religious leaders, is part of the comedic tradition. On the other hand, others warned that her comments could lead to significant backlash. They noted her history of conflicts in Hollywood, including accusations against Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey of blackballing her in the industry. This latest controversy, they suggested, might reignite old tensions and potentially harm her career, further adding to the mix. Monique's jokes about Bishop T.D. Jake came at a time when he's been tied up in a scandal involving Sean Diddy Combs. So here's the scoop. There's this lawsuit against Diddy, and Jake got dragged into it with accusations of attending Diddy's parties where some shady stuff allegedly went down. Jake's, though, he's been denying these claims left and right, even addressing them in a roundabout way during a Christmas Eve service. He's just trying to set the record straight and keep his reputation intact. But hey, scandal or not, Jake is still out there doing some good in the world. He recently teamed up with Wells Fargo to drop a cool $1.5 million on the Jackie Robinson Foundation. Talk about giving back. It's all about empowering the next generation of leaders, and Jake is all in on that mission. So with Monique cracking jokes about Jake while all this drama is swirling around him, it's like adding fuel to the fire. Right, her comedy is hitting on some pretty sensitive topics, and it's got people chatting about where the line is when it comes to poking fun at public figures, especially when they're caught up in some messy business. Some folks are saying Monique was spot on bringing up T.D. Jake in her routine. I mean, think about it. If Jake really had nothing to do with Diddy's scandalous mess, why would his name even come up in that lawsuit? It's not like Jake is just your average Joe. He's a bishop, for crying out loud. You think someone in his position would steer clear of anything remotely shady? Why would a religious man like himself be at a party which ain't nothing but sin is going on, bro? When it's drinking, maybe ficing. So by Monique cracking those jokes, she's just asking the questions that a lot of people are probably wondering about. It's like shining a light on the elephant in the room. If Jake is innocent, then hey, he's got nothing to worry about. But if there's even a hint of truth to those accusations, well, it's fair game for comedy, right? It's not like Monique's out there trying to ruin reputations. She's just pointing out the contradictions and raising eyebrows where they need to be raised. And let's face it, in the world of comedy, nothing's off limits, especially when it comes to public figures who might not be as squeaky clean as they seem. And she's not alone in calling him out. If Bishop Jake was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons: money or sex. That's all that happens at Diddy parties. Diddy's own bodyguard has mentioned that he also saw Jake at multiple parties with his own eyes. You heard Jandil's take on Bishop T.D. Jake showing up at Diddy's parties. Right, man, he was not holding back. He thought it was like sending a saint into a den of sin with all the booze and hookups happening there. But get this, he also mentioned Jake has some business ties with Revolt. So maybe that explains why he was there. Still, Shang was scratching his head, wondering why a big-name bishop would be hanging out at these wild parties, unless it's strictly for work. And he's not just speculating either. Remember, Zhang used to be Diddy's bodyguard, So if you've seen the whole thing up close, he's talking about how these parties have changed over the years, from those secretive Hamptons white parties to the open displays of, well, everything now. It's like anything goes, even guys locking lips with other guys right there in the open, but Gene not sure if Jake is just there at a party. He's entertaining the idea that maybe, just maybe, Jake sees it as an opportunity to spread some spiritual wisdom. Amidst the chaos, either way, Shane's commentary has got people talking, sparking debates about faith and partying in the same breath now. I know this seems highly unlikely, because why would you pick a disgusting party of all places to spread the message of God, you know? It's a fascinating discussion, really makes you think about how we navigate our beliefs in a world where anything seems possible, even a bishop hitting up the hottest parties in town. And if you ask me, all of this is kind of sus, so you know how Tyke and Diddy are right. I mean, TD Jakes even officiated Kim Porter's funeral. That's some serious friendship right there. But then things take a bit of a twist when